Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sonic 3D Flicky Island playthrough. We're now in Spring Stadium. And there's a lot, as the name implies, there is a lot of springs. So they got the name right there. This one is an interesting one. This one likes to surprise you with hidden spikes in the floor that only pop up when you stand near them. So yeah, be very careful. This is probably where, if you don't know how to react to the stage, you're probably going to be bounced around a lot, sprung around a lot, and take a lot of hits. Especially from these things that shoot spike balls. There's a split pathway here. I recommend going right first. Don't worry, you'll loop back to the fork in the road there. But it's best you go right here. These spikes, if you stand on the bit where the spikes are, they'll pop up and you'll get hit. Like that. But if you keep jumping, they should not pop up quick enough to hurt you. Watch the spike projectiles. And then they do this, where they put springs next to those pop-up spikes. Luckily you have time to react. They don't pop up instantly. There's an extra life up here, so now I'm up to 9 lives. Jump over them. This is why I recommend going this way, because you get that extra life, you get a bunch of rings, and then you get invincibility, which helps in sections like this. Because you could get bounced around into the spikes and... No! Come back here! Come back here, green bird. Thank you. Let's get back up. These enemies, there's a couple that don't really have an attack that could hurt you. One kind of does, but that's kind of like a defensive thing. That one, no, I forgot, that one will actually attack you. And that one's got the blinking red birds in it. This one's a maze, is kind of a maze as well. You don't really get a map in this game. I don't know if the Saturn version has a map, but I know the PC version has a map of sorts to give you like a big outline of the stage and where you are in gives on the stage. You might be able to pass your way back to a certain spot of the stage. Glorious homing shield. They used it to good work right there. So let's head off to the next area. And here we are. And I could go back up that pipe, back up to the first area if I wanted to. Ooh, invincibility! Luckily, if you're worried about ring bonuses, and the fact you lose the big ring, the fact that Knuckles and Tails take all your rings when you give them it, don't worry, those rings count to the ring bonus. It's like you can actually bag them and collect a whole bunch of rings and get a huge ring bonus. But then again, who really cares about the score nowadays? No one really gives a damn. Look at that, bounce straight into Knuckles. So let's go get that final Chaos Emerald. Yes, 50 rings. There's a lot. They throw a lot of spikes this time, but as long as you keep jumping, and as long as you land on the rings, you should be fine. You can take, I think you can take a couple of hits, but not too many hits, because then you'll run out of rings to gather to collect the total. So best try and avoid the spikes and just collect as many rings as you can. Look, I'm 8 rings away from the next total. Oh, I think I got distracted there. Can't quite remember because it was quite a few months ago when I recorded this. Let's put it in perspective. I was still doing the Classic Sonic Marathon when I recorded this. Just on the off chance I had a huge gap. I had a gap in between Sonic 4 Episode 2 and Sonic Mania. Unfortunately I didn't, and unfortunately I did not. I was able to jump straight into Mania from Sonic 4 Episode 2. And I just have had this footage ever since, and just because I promised not to do another Sonic game for a while, I didn't really do it. Should really get to Portal 2, but I need to get to Portal 2 now, by the way. Just so I can, you know, because I've done 1, I need to get to 2 now. But luckily I'll probably have a better time recording. Well, then again, I say that, but most of the time I'll probably be quiet because of a certain character who talks a lot that's really funny. And if you know, and if people watching this know your Portal 2, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah. There's the flying pufferfish. You don't want to attack it when the spikes are out, so you attack it when its defense system is down. Whoa, he was making a beeline for me, and I've got all the birds. In we in Act 1 still, or are we in Act 2? I can't remember. But there's a bit in there's a bit in Act 2 where both Tails and Knuckles are in the same area. So if you don't have all the Chaos Emeralds at this point, you could like go get 50 rings, find them, give one of them the 50 rings, do their special stage, go find another 50 rings, come back, and then go and give the 50 rings to the other one you didn't give them to. So yeah, we're now in Act 2, Spring Stadium. This is where they throw the surprise spikes at you. Or surprise spears, should I say. See, look, the holes in the ground? Best want to avoid them, because you'll get a surprise spear up your back. Surprise spear hitting you. And they are a lot faster to come out of the hole. They're a lot faster to hit you than the ones that those small ones. I'm trying to watch what I'm saying, okay? The way YouTube's acting, I'm trying to watch the way I say stuff. Yeah, well, that's kind of the reason why you don't hear me swear or say certain stuff. I'm trying to be on YouTube's good side and not swear. It's probably the reason why YouTubers get a bad name. It's like, you're not suitable, like, stuff's not suitable for kids, and I'm like, yeah. But I mean, there's kind of a way for stuff to get around that. It's like, you can't set an age, like, set age limit things, like, you can only view it if you're 18 or above. But I guess then some YouTubers don't just ignore that and such. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that give us a lot of YouTubers that try and exploit certain rules to get what they want. Like try and avoid the copyright thing by making the zoom in the video or change the tone of the audio to try and get around the copyright. That's what's probably why YouTube's going the way it is, because people try and get past it, and so the thing's getting everyone's getting a whole lot stricter. So yeah. I say that myself, even though I was saying I may do like reaction to trailers and such. Yeah. And probably best I don't push it with stuff like that. So I may just do impression video on E3 after saying that. Although at the time this video was gone up, I may have already done it, because E3 would have been long gone. Or should I say, it would have happened at the weekend past. And if I know my way, well actually, the way I upload videos, it would have been the weekend before last weekend. And we should be in the realms of the World Cup. Of the FIFA World Cup. Let's see what surprises this one's going to bring us. So yeah. Let's see what the Russian World Cup will bring. That bit can be a bit annoying, but luckily the balloons respawn, so you're not going to be stranded for long. Which, yeah, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably imagine, ladies and gentlemen, now I've got all 7 Chaos Emeralds. I am going to be flying through these stages because now I don't need to gather the rings and find Tails and Knuckles. stuck in the corner there. I don't need to find Tails and Knuckles and gather a bunch of rings. So I should be able to fly through these stages rather quickly. Oh great, this guy's in the worst spot because there's spears here, but luckily I managed to drag him down to a spot where the spears weren't. And that's Act 2 done. But we're halfway through the video, and we're at the boss act. Is the boss just that long? Or maybe it's the fact I've managed, because we're not doing chaos, we're not going in the special stages, we actually got another act after, we're not another stage after this. I wonder if Dr. Robotnik likes Diddy Kong Jungle Beat. That's essentially what he does in this boss fight. He has hands, and then his hands will speed up. He'll lower himself when he's stomping, speeds up like now. That gives you a chance to hit him, so long as you don't hit his hands with spikes. And the floor has got spikes as well. Basically, what I try and do is I run in an anti-clockwise way around the stage. So hopefully, if I'm at this point and I jump into him, I should be able to hit him from the back or the side, basically opposite side to where the stomping is. So that's my advice. Try and get him in an anti-clockwise run, or maybe a clockwise run, and then when you're up here, you get him. But yeah, I'm taking a lot of hits. It is kind of hard to jump into him because it's kind of hard to tell where you are in relation to him when he goes in front of you. But yeah, the more hits you get on him, the faster he goes, and yeah, the faster he's gonna move. So you really need to pick up the pace. But of course, the glass dome gives you an indication on how close you are to beating the boss fight. So there we go, boss fight done. And oh boy, we've passed the halfway point and we've still got another zone to go. That just goes to show how quickly I fly through this next zone in Diamond Dust Zone. And I love both themes, the themes of this zone in both versions. This theme would come back in Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, but I'm not really a big fan of the verse of it in that game. I wish I could talk a lot about Sonic Chronicles, seeing as how it's one of the only few RPGs that I've actually played. There's Knuckles, by the way, if you want to, if you're still trying to get the Chaos Emeralds. Oh, the snowman! This guy can be funny because he's on ice, making him hard to hit. He shoots projectiles in every direction, and if you jump on him, the bird doesn't immediately get released. It's encased in a block of ice. So not only do you have to destroy the snowman, you have to break the Flicky out of the block. Oh, and these spikes! Don't worry, just spin dash into those ice spikes and you'll break them. That simple. Just like that. Oh, there was a bad nick on our pogo stick. If you go through that ice spike, the icicles there, if you roll through the icicles there, it's a shortcut back to where Knuckles was, so when you've gathered the rings you go back to him. Where am I? There we go. And there's an extra life down here, so when you beat Knuckles, you can go down there. And I'm not sure whether the life counter caps at 9 and you have more, or whether the game just caps out at 9. But I have 9 lives. I'm not going to be losing them all in this game because of how pathetically easy this is. And with the way I get the shields, and I missed my jump, so I need to go all the way back. So I need to go through here and back up. Yeah, they have kamikaze snowmen. Best you jump on that spring. By the way, this is scripted. You need to go through this. Most of the time they'll hurt you. This one won't. That's why it's scripted, because you don't get hit. But if you get hit by, let's say, this one, or that one, you will get hurt. It's just the scripted ones you don't get hurt. Hey, look at that! Something's encased in the ice. Yeah, you don't have to spin dash through it, you can just roll through it. There's Tails, by the way. So now I know where Knuckles and Tails are in this special stage. The level design and placement do not change between the Sega Saturn and the Mega Drive version. So Tails will be there in the Saturn version because obviously you won't have all Chaos Emeralds by then. Well, by now, should I say. Though I believe you may be getting close though, if I count the stage correct. You've probably gotten your 7th. If you're managing to complete them first time out, you probably managed to get your 7th. Or managed to get them in chat on your way up here. You probably have just gotten your 7th by now. But in case you haven't, you know, that's where they are. Ice physics are annoying in any game, and they're really annoying in the next game we'll be doing, as I said in the previous part in the Crash Insane trilogy. Boy, do I hate ice physics. You'll be just seeing how much trouble I had when we get to that game. There's the homing shield. Oh, I love it. Get back here, you. Oh, come on, he shot me. But you noticed for a split second there that bird was still in the ice block. Hey, dumbass me, you can't jump on the spice. You can't jump on the icicles. What, you stupid? By the way, jump on this the ice here, you'll break through it, and it's tunnel back to the first area. Don't know why you want to go back to the first area though. That's what I mean by some Sonic icons will be out of reach and you need the birds to get them. But there we go. Act 1 done. Act 2. Away we go. I don't think there's anything in there. And if you remember back, what was it, December last year, was it? I was using a theme. I was using Act 2's theme. I was actually using the theme for this, the Saturn theme for this act, as my outro theme. Yeah, it was. Go back and listen. Well, you'll recognize it when I do that extra part where I show off the music. So, also I forgot to mention about when I said it's not quite, when I said this was a regular shield, it's not quite a regular shield. It does have would you believe it does have one of the elemental shield elements. Protects you from electrical attacks. And there is a stage that has it. So yeah, it does protect you for something. But yeah, it's like for one zone. We're not done, we've only got this area and then the boss to go. I have not shown him encased in that ice. Tails is nearby here, he's just over to the right of here, just over here. So you spin dash through those, you roll through these icicles and Tails is just over there. See? So, yeah. Whoa, there's a snowman there. Almost done, just 3 to go. 2 to go, should I say now. But there we go, there's it. There it is in the ice block. Look at that, all three, the last 3 were there. Oh boy, this boss fight. This is good. Oh no, wait, sorry. I thought that was the end. They still got one more hour to go. Ooh, and it's on ice. How fun. Ooh, 2 loop-de-loops. Whoa, there we go. Oh, there's Knuckles over to the left there. Hey Knuckles, I'm not breaking you out of the ice blocks, you can do that yourself. You can't roll on the slope, you can't spin dash on the slope. Nice to just hit him straight away. Nope, I'm not going after the regular the blue shield because I've got the homing shield. There is in case in the ice block again. But now we're nearly done because the last bit of the act is just up here. We attack, got. Gather the rings because I'm a Klepto. Hit this last guy. Gather these rings. And that's the act done, so now let's head for the boss fight. This one can be a little tricky. Why would that be? Because of the way he attacks. He's got ice jets that freeze you. Then he drops a snowman bomb. Get that to explode or otherwise he will not come down. Yep, I'm in trouble because I'm getting hit a lot. So that's a bomb, get close so that would break. Why didn't I roll? I'm on the ring. Get a ring. Oh no. Hit him. Yeah, I'm not really doing good strategy, I'm a wizard man. Why didn't I roll? The jets on the side give you an indication of how many hits he's got left, because each time you hit him once, one vanishes. Kind of like how the Metropolis Zone boss in Sonic 2 worked. So he has a couple of hits left. 2 hits left now. And he moves faster with each hit, which makes it harder to dodge and hit him. Got him, 1 hit left. I believe I did see there in my live counter, I did die to him, but I had edited it out. And that's the boss fight done, and this act done. So next up we'll be heading, in the next part, we will be heading to the lava world, Volcano Valley. And this is where I'll be hopefully try and utilize the flame shield in the next part, which is part 4. And that's where I'll see you next. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Autistic Gamer. I'll see you all for part 4 of Sonic 3D Flicky Island. See you then.